Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. In this tutorial I'm going to take a very traditional Irish chain block and make it modern. On the home screen, select New Project and label it Irish Chain and select OK. Let's start by drawing a basic Irish chain block. Select Design a Block from Scratch, do a new block pieced EasyDraw, and select the block width and height of 7, the snaps of 7, and I'm going to have the graph paper cells turned off, and snapping option should be just snap to grid point. Now there might be this block in the library, but frankly I can probably draft it faster than I can find it. So start by drawing vertical lines at 1 and 6 inches, and then draw horizontal lines at 1 and 6 inches as well. Now we're going to work with the square in the middle and draw lines at 2 and 5 inches, both horizontally and vertically. And then select the grid tool, make sure it's set to 3 by 3, and for the square in the center we're going to draw a 9 patch by dragging a grid from the 2,2 coordinate to the 5,5 coordinate. Then go to the Color tab and color this. And select Add to Project Sketchbook. Now let's do 2 variations on this block. Select New Block, create Serendipity, and select Clip and Flip. Scroll down and find the Irish chain block that we just drew, and we can play with various options by clicking on the flags at the bottom. With Clip and Flip, EQ takes the upper left quadrant and creates different rotations of that quadrant. Now I really liked the second option, so I'm going to select that and select Add to Sketchbook. Then let's try option number 3, and I like this one as well, so I'm going to select Add to Sketchbook and close. Then select the quilt work table and select New Quilt and select the style On Point. Go to the Layout tab and change the number of blocks horizontal and vertical to 3 by 3. Let's select the finish size of 7 inches, or we could do another multiple of 7 like 14 inches, but I'm just going to do 7 inches. Then go to the Border tab and let's change the size of the border to 2.5 inches. Then go to the Design tab and select Set Block. Let's take the first Irish chain block, and with the Control or Command key on your keyboard, select one of the main block spaces. Select the second Serendipity block and click on the remaining full block spaces in the quilt. Then select the first Serendipity option and click on each of the setting triangles and setting corners. Then select Fabric Tools, and I'm going to color the border using the background fabric, and I'm going to go to Borders and I'm going to add a binding, and so I'm going to make that 0.5, and I'm going to change it to the style mitered. Then go back to Design, and I will use my dark gray and color the binding. Then select Hide Show Quilt Patch Lines so you can see what it's going to look like without the interference of the drawn lines. Then select Add to Project Sketchbook. Now I also thought about working with some greens for this. So I'm going to open Library and I'm going to select the 2019 Fabric of the Month, the September collection, which is Geopop by Krista Watson. So I'm going to select all fabrics, add to sketchbook, and close. The fastest way to recolor this quilt is to use Swap Color. So I'm going to take the two grays and swap them for two different greens, and then I'm going to take one of the grays in the Geopop collection and swap that with the tan neutral fabric. And so then I will select Add to Project Sketchbook. For additional tips and techniques, please subscribe to my weekly newsletter at www.onpointquilter.com.